What's up guys, Matt back again with another unboxing video, and today we're going to be reviewing the Dragon Ball styling Super Saiyan God Vegeta.
Before we dive into the video, please remember to subscribe and hit the bell, like the video, comment your thoughts down below for us to discuss, follow me on my socials, and consider becoming a YouTube member to enter into our monthly giveaways and Discord server so our community can help you on your Dragon Ball figure collecting journey.
This figure's based on Super Saiyan God Vegeta from Dragon Ball Super Broly. The figure doesn't seem based on anything in particular for his pose, it just seems like a generic pose for Vegeta. Dragon Ball styling are Gashapon style minifigures from Bandai. If you're interested in picking this figure up, check the video in my description below to find out the best places to shop. This figure was released on May 20th, 2019. The figure stands at about 4.5 inches tall, weighs 3.2 ounces in box, weighs 2.1 ounces on his own, and the figure comes whole with his base. Alright, this one's a little different, almost chibi style. I did kind of get other like little mini Gashapon figures. I don't know if this one really counts as a Gashapon. Maybe you guys can let me know down in the comment section below, since I'm not wholly familiar with Gashapon. I'm still learning, so if anybody knows better than me, please let me know in the comment section below. But I know I got these little tiny ones that I have on the shelf behind me here. I did a short on it. Maybe I'll put it on the screen, maybe not. But I didn't feel like they really needed a full review because they were so small. Me comparing them and taking a bunch of shots and everything just didn't really seem right, so I decided not to do it. But this one was, you know, he had enough on him, enough meat on the bones for me to do a review. But if you guys do want to see more figures like these, or whatever, different Gashapon series styling, let me know. I would love to do more reviews like these. But let's talk about Dragon Ball styling and this character choice. So, as I said, I'm pretty unfamiliar with Dragon Ball styling and the whole Gashapon scene, but as a character choice, Super Saiyan God Vegeta is easily a 5 out of 5. Super Saiyan God is such a cool form, and it's so underutilized and underrepresented by Bandai and in the market. Vegeta should have gotten this form way earlier in Dragon Ball Super. In the manga, he actually used it for the first time during the Goku Black arc, but we got to see it in the anime for the first time in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. Better late than never, and it was really freaking cool. So I absolutely love that choice. Of course, this was during the time that Dragon Ball Super Broly was kind of still in the hype train. People were still talking about it and riding that high, and Bandai was milking us for everything we could get when it came to Gogeta and Broly and Vegeta and Goku. So I do like the fact that they picked him, so I think it's a great character choice. Now, for his likeness, it's not the worst thing that I've seen in the world, but I don't really think these figures really are going to capture a strong likeness. I could be wrong. I could, review one down the line that really kind of surprises me, but his likeness isn't fantastic. I can still tell it's Vegeta for the most part, but it lacks a ton of detail. It's basically just the mold and nothing else. They did put a little bit of bolding around his eyes and colored them, but he kind of does look cross-eyed and derpy from some angles. So it's not the best. I'm going to have to give the likeness a 2 out of 5 for this guy. The sculpt quality is actually pretty decent. I'm not going to lie. I do like the fact that his base is like not super intrusive. It's very small. It almost looks like a surfboard, honestly. But it's clear, so it's not super ugly. You can put him on any surface, and it's not very noticeable. His hair sculpt is actually pretty decent. They even, went the extra mile to sculpt in like a little bit of like his hair threads and stuff. Muscles look pretty pronounced. You can see some detail around his lower body on his jumpsuit. You can see his muscles through there. His armor is done pretty well too. So the sculpt is actually not bad, man. I'm actually kind of impressed. So sculpt quality overall, I'll give it like a 3 out of 5. He's a tiny little guy, so he doesn't have a whole lot of detail. But you know, it's pretty good. It's fine. You know, I'm not super duper blown away, but I think it's impressive for a figure of this size. His gloves do kind of look like Lego blocks though, in a way, so it's kind of weird. Anyways, paint and shading, not bad. They kind of went with that more magenta look for his Super Saiyan God hair. His armor and jumpsuit are the more darker colors from the movie. There does not seem to be any shading at all on this figure. But I think, you know, paint is pretty standard overall. I'm going to give the paint and shading let's go with a 4 out of 5. I don't think there's anything really that bad with this thing. Absolutely fine. Just there's no shading, so there isn't a whole lot of detail there. The application is kind of sloppy. So, you know what? I'll give it a 3 out of 5 because you can even see on his straps up here, the paint is not applied perfectly and it is kind of sloppy. You can see some of the yellows in other areas that they shouldn't be. So we'll knock off some points there just so that we can be a little more critical of the figure. And then finally, size and scale. Obviously, this thing's a joke. It's a tiny little guy. Not sure if he scales with the rest of the Dragon Ball Styling series. I guess we will find out when I review those. But yeah, I mean, I like it, even for its size. But, you know, at best, it's like a 2 out of 5. Especially if you're going to start paying. I've seen these go for like, you know, maybe $15 to $20. That's still a lot of money, in my opinion, for something like this. Like, I'd pay like $5 to $10 for something like this. So I don't think, you know, Bandai is a little out of their mind when they price some of these figures, but, you know, they still get away with it. But yeah, overall, it's a cute figure. It's nice to have like on your desk. I usually have them on top of my manga behind me. So as I get, you know, a couple more of these to have for my own personal collection, I think that would be fun. But yeah, they're nothing special or amazing. I think if you have the opportunity to get them for like $5 or $10 and you think, yeah, why not? Go ahead. But otherwise, he's fine. I don't think there's anything terrible about him or anything fantastic about him. So I'm going to walk away. I'm going to give him a 3 out of 5. But until the next video, guys, I will see you all later.